All right, joining us with the very latest on the maintenance program is Rand Water's Makenosi Maroo. Good evening, Makenosi. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Now, it's a public holiday. People are contending with high temperatures, but also dry taps. But before we get to how the maintenance is progressing, there are many on social media that have tagged you asking why the long weekend would have been chosen for the maintenance, given that everyone would be home or hosting people. So what were the considerations when deciding on the dates for this maintenance? Good evening, Makenosi. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. That was an introduction. I can hear you. Good evening, good evening to your viewers.
Welcome. So can you just perhaps share with us the considerations when deciding on the dates for maintenance? Because I'm sure you've seen a number of people having tagged you that it is a public holiday. Many of them would have guests at home, but they've now had to contend with dry taps, but also the heat.
Nomfundo, as Rainwater, we have a schedule in terms of our maintenance with regards to our infrastructure. So every year we do undertake maintenance infrastructure projects, and we do try to look at times where the demand is low. The reason why we decided to look at this weekend, the thinking was that we know people leave Gauteng around this time of the year. So we know that the demand will be low as a result of that. We have seen in the past, looking at the history, so the decision was made that it will be a good time for us because the demand is low around this time of the year.
Oh, all right. Okay. Then to the maintenance program itself. Are you guys on course to conclude at 9 p.m. as you have committed?
Yes, no, we will complete the maintenance. There are two projects that we were undertaking. We have completed the first one. Now we are left with few hours for the 86 hours one to be completed. Mm-hmm. But once we say the project is completed, it does not mean necessarily people will have water immediately. Mm-hmm. People who are living in the low-lying areas are getting water. I know some of them are beginning to get water as we speak. Then the people who are in the high-lying areas will follow suit. So it is a process of just restarting the system and ensuring that people do get water.
Mm-hmm. So those in high-lying areas, when should they start expecting water?
The full recovery of the system, we gave it between 3 and 5 days. So when I say between 3 and 5 days, it does not necessarily mean people will not have water between all these days. The water will be trickling. Obviously, when we were doing a maintenance, we did reduce pumping. So it will be at a reduced level, but water will still be coming through. So all in all, we're saying come by Friday, we will be pumping at 100%. The recovery will be at full capacity. So everything will be happening, as we say, by Friday.
Mm-hmm. And then as for water tankers, we understand that Joburg Water was granted emergency approval on Saturday for deploying additional roaming tankers to affected areas. If you're saying that possibly water will be fully restored by Friday, one assumes that these water tankers will still be needed.
Yes, the commitment that we are making as Water is that the system, yes, by Friday it will have fully recovered. With regards to water tankers, when we do any maintenance, we always consult our municipal customers. We give them a 21-day notice. That notice allows municipalities adequate time to come up with contingency plans so that we minimize any disruptions to our consumers. So we have requested Joburg Water to supply and dispatch water tankers, and I know that they are dealing with that. I think it would be prudent for us maybe to have an engagement with them to find out exactly what happened, because I know that most of the residents were complaining about the water tankers that they were not dispatched.
And then just for clarity now, Zwartkopjes has concluded. It's Eikenhof pump station now that is left. So which areas are affected specifically by the Eikenhof pump station?
Yes, you're correct. Zwartkopjes has been completed. It was only about 38 hours. And then now we are finalizing the Eikenhof. Eikenhof supplies a number of municipalities. As a bulk water supply, I'll speak from that point of view. So the Eikenhof system supplies the city of Johannesburg. We supply Randburg, Mogale City, Randburg, Mirafong, and some mines in Randburg. So some of the areas, as I was saying, they are beginning to get water. Some of the areas, they are beginning to get water. I know for a fact Rand West is getting water. I know that Mogale City is getting water. It's not all the areas, but the system is recovering.
And then for community members who struggle with the water tankers, perhaps they don't come so frequently, what should they do?
Sorry, can you come again?
I'm saying for communities that might be struggling with the water tankers, perhaps the water tankers don't come as frequently as they should. How do they get a hold of you? What should they do exactly?
The advice would be please contact your local municipality. For example, if I'm mentioning Mirafong, I would advise a resident of that particular municipality to contact Mirafong. If it's City of Johannesburg, I would say please liaise with your municipality because they are the ones who are responsible for dispatching water tankers.
All right, Makenosi, thank you very much for that update. That was Rand Water's Makenosi Maroo speaking to us.